Hey everyone, it's Sierra. I just want to do a quick video. I plan on doing more of these types of videos in the near future. I'm only doing this during my lunch break, so in the future I'll actually have my reference and actual material that I'm reading from, as opposed to doing it off of memory. As an NCO in the Army, uh, um, I have to withhold the standard. But like I said, more about that later. The main thing I want to talk about is the hair regulation in AR 670-1, mainly dealing with the female regulation, because it's so much controversy about that. Different types of hair, and that's understandable. And that's why at the end of the day, the commander dictates on what he or she feels is professional while in uniform. Dealing with my natural hair, you can have a fro, but it has to be even. It can't be colors. It can't be sticking over here and short over here, and it can't interfere with any type of headgear. They can't interfere with your beret, your patrol cap, your Kevlar, any type of safety equipment of that sort. It can't interfere with that. Especially your gas mask. Time of war, you never know. It can't interfere with stuff like that. Dreadlocks is one of the things that come up a lot, and a lot of people say they're not authorized. Well, folks, they are authorized. You can have dreadlocks. The thing about it is, people, I'm not even going to say a race, some higher commands don't follow those ethnic types of hairstyles. They don't know about sister locks. When they hear locks, or when they hear dreadlocks, they think of these big, ugly looking, unkept braids. Locks. The regulation says dreadlocks in parentheses, unkept, twisted, matted hair. So you can have dreadlocks, but they have to be kept neatly. They can't be matted, and they have to be, if they're long, they have to be pulled back into a bun. It's like braids. And also with the twisted thing, people say you can't have two-strand twists in the Army. You can. That twisted section is under the dreadlocks, saying that you can't intertwist your different dreadlocks. Regulations are interpreted by the specific individuals. But in an instant like this, when it has dreadlocks and in parentheses twisted, it's referring to the dreadlocks. So if you have a higher person above you saying that your hair is in regulation, tactfully say, "Or I will reference the regulation, and I will do, according to that, how I understand it." And you can have that regulation to them. Just because someone tells you something, the main thing is to be respectful and tactful. But if you come at that person the wrong way with these gestures, your eyes, your whole person, your personality, your whole attitude comes out wrong to the individual, then yes, they have a right to say they're disrespecting them. So just coming back to finish up a little thing I was talking about. The main thing I was talking about was dreadlocks. And I'm actually going to quote Army Regulation 670-1. I'm actually going to, talk about this specific one. It's in section 1-8, and it's section alpha, covering hair. Let me see. Okay. I'm just going to read up until that point. Well, this video is going to be about dreadlocks specifically, okay? And about braids. Females may wear braids and cornrows as long as the braided style is conservative. The braids and cornrows lie snugly on their head, and any hair holding device comply with standards and 1-8 alpha 3 delta below, which that'd be another little video. Dreadlocks, parentheses, unkept, twisted, matted individual parts of hair, close parentheses, are prohibited in uniform or in civilian clothes on duty. So, that's saying dreadlocks in parentheses that are unkept, that are jacked up, that are freaking matted, aren't authorized. It's not saying that neat dreadlocks unauthorized. Stop. You can have dreadlocks, but if they're unmatted, if they have this unclean appearance, unkempt appearance, then you cannot have them. If you can't maintain your dreadlocks, you can't have them. It's also another section in here that talks about your parting. Let me see if I can find that for you guys. I can't find it right now. But like I was talking about with the headgear, it says, females will ensure that hairstyles do not interfere with proper wear of military headgear and protective masks or equipment at any time. Headgear is worn, the hair will not extend below the bottom edge of the front of the headgear, nor will it extend below the bottom edge of your collar. So if you have dreadlocks, ensure that it can fit neatly in a bun. Because I know some dreadlocks are bulky, but the sister locks, they don't seem to be bulky. I don't know too much about when they get longer, if they'll fit in a bun or not. I'll have to regard that about the parts in a different video. Because that dog's like licking my leg. Because I can't find it right now. Okay. Okay, I see it. Styles that are lopsided or distinct inside. I'm so sorry, people. Alright. Styles that are lopsided or distinctly unbalanced are prohibited. Ponytails, pigtails, or braids that are not secured to the head, allowing hair to hang freely. Widely spaced individual hanging locks and other extreme styles that protrude from the head are prohibited. So, that's pretty much saying you can't walk around with, your hair nice and slick back, but you can't have this, this nice this long ponytail freely shaking. No ponytails, no pigtails, and that's including braided styles that are individual braids. You can't have your braids in a ponytail style. That's not secured to your head. So you gotta bump it up, and put a pin in it so it won't hang freely. Widely spaced individual hanging locks. So you can't have these big parts, pretty much these big leg locks just hanging. Or extreme styles that protrude from the head are prohibited. Meaning you can't have a huge, these little humps they have. You can't have a huge hump. You can't have a freaking mohawk, and stuff like that. So that was a nice little brief description on hair while in the army, while in uniform, or on duty, I should say, while in uniform or while in duty. From AR 670-1 Army Regulation, and that's Section 1-8 that covers hair and fingernail standards and grooming policies. So I'll be doing a little bit more about those types of things because it's a lot of things that aren't really emphasized. People assume that, for example, dreadlocks aren't allowed, but that regulation doesn't say that they're not. It just says that unkept ones, matted ones are prohibited. But if you have neat dreadlocks, then they can fit in a bun, and you can, not go below your collar, doesn't protrude all crazy out, then you can have dreadlocks. So yeah, just remember that everything pretty much is also under discretion of your commander. So that's it, guys. Let me know if you have any questions and inbox me or leave a comment down there. And like I said, I'm probably doing more videos on this because ever since I've had natural hair that's opened up, I'll pretty much throw a can of worms. And I'm starting to see how, people are. So, yeah. That's it. Peace.